Okay, you're welcome back to class today. In our class today, we want to treat further examples on subtraction and division. Actually, we have some key points that you need to understand when we're talking of subtraction as well as that of division. So that's why I want us to use that one as a final part of our simple equation. Please, if you are new here, don't forget subscribe to my channel here so we can grow up the communities together, as well as like you appreciate what we're doing in community here, and comment if you have any suggestion, whatever. So I'll be expecting your comments, and share it with your friends and family so they can benefit from what we're doing in the community. Yeah. Now let's go to class because our today's work is a little bit more. Now let's look at some examples. Don't forget, I've already explained what the equation is all about, all those things we've talked about. So today we're going to examples straight. We're not going to waste any of our time. Examples. On to examples. Solve the following. Solve the following equations. So I want to give you like 3 or 4 examples today, if the time permits us anyway. Let's look at the first question. The first question I want us to treat is if you have something like 8 or 81 minus probably y equals 32. You must realize something here. Look at this thing. This one is quite different to this one. Let me give you some instance. Y minus 81 equals 32. This one is different to this. I want us to clarify that aspect. So that's why I I call it further examples on division as well as subtraction. You must understand the concept that this one is not the same as this. Look at this one, our unknown carry the negative here. But over here, our unknown is not the one that carry the negative. We have minus 81. Minus 81, we're saying that if our minus wants to cross the bridge, it has to go and be addition on the other side. So, which means, if we want to solve this one, you just have to say 81 to the other side, then we have this one is equals to 32 plus 81. That's what we did in the previous class, so we're not going to go back to that. Then you add it together. You see how that one goes now. Now look at this one. I want us to differentiate it so you not be missing it together. I don't want us to have misconception on the two. Look at this one. Anytime our unknown is carrying negative, if our unknown is carrying negative, the first thing you are going to do is to make it positive first. Don't forget that. Make it positive. So you don't have issue of at the end of the day you go and put the wrong sign or you go and get the wrong answer. Do we get that? So please, to avoid that, make it positive. And how do you do that? Instead of us to say we want to carry this one to the other side, look at this one now. This is 81. 81. Which means this 81 is not the owner of this minus. This minus is for this unknown. Unknown carry negative here. This 81 carries positive. It carries positive. Don't forget that. Because they don't write it there because it's the first number. That's why we don't write it there. So it's positive that is there. But this negative is for this. Get that point. Get that point. That's the secret behind this area. It's for this one. So the first thing you are going to do is you are transferring it to the other side. Let's use a balance method so we have a very comprehensive knowledge of it. You are going to say add. You know this is negative, which means you have to add now. Add y to both sides. Add y to both sides. Do we see it now? I want that one to go to the other side. I want it to go to the other side, this one. So we're not going to have 81 minus y plus y equals 32 plus y. Do we see that? So now, here, y we cancel y. Don't be confused. We're looking for y. Why should we now cancel y? Don't forget it's now in this side. Our mission is to take it to the other side of the equation. Do we get that? We want to take it to the other side of the equation. So now, let me write the equation that we have now. We have 81 equals 32 plus y. Do you now see something like the positive aspect now? Our unknown is now carrying positive. Our unknown is carrying positive now, and 32 carry positive as well, and we have 81 in front here. Do we get that? You can also write this one like this. So for those that will be having some issue on how do we arrange it like that, why is unknown in the other side, in the other side of the equation, it's still the same thing because it's balanced now. So we can just like turn it to the other side. We have 32 plus y equals 81. it's still the same thing. This 2 is the same thing. So it's as if you take this one to the side, you can take this one. You don't change any sign, you don't do anything. We just turn it. We just turn the table round. We turn the table round, okay? So here now, we can now see we don't need this 32 here now. We're looking for y. We can subtract 32 from both sides now. Subtract 32 from both sides. Is it clear? So we now have y equals 81 minus 32, and y will now be equals to what? Oh yeah, give me the answer now. 49. 49, that's very good. And y equals to 49. Do we get that concept? Is it clear? Don't forget, anytime your unknown is carrying negative. We see other examples I want us to treat. Let's go to example 2. Let's go to example 2. That example 2, I want us to use division. Let's use division for example 2, so we can have a broad knowledge of what we are doing here. Now look at this one. If you have something like 96 divided by k equals 3. Look at this one now. That is another condition. This one is different to this. K divided by 96 equals 3. This one is different to this. Do you get it now? You see that here unknown is the one that carry the division sign, while here is 96 that carry the division sign. Okay, is the one that has the division sign. So k stands alone, it can stand on its own there. It has positive in front. But here 96 has positive, k has division in sign. Okay, so now anytime your unknown carry the division sign as well, just like when it carries the subtraction sign, you have to respect them. You take them to the other side first. You have to take them to the other side by balancing method to make it multiply. Just like you have to take this one to the other side to make it plus, you must make your unknown to the other side to make it multiply, to make it carry the multiplication sign. Do we get that? How do we do that? This is division. When it's going to the other side, it will be called what? Multiply. So you can now say multiply both sides by k. Don't be confused, it's not the same thing. Don't forget what I said earlier. So we cannot have, don't forget this one. When we're talking of division, I told you also arrange that this over k is the same thing as this times k that you're multiplying with now equals 3 times k. Do we see it now? So this k, we cancel k, you have only 96 here, is equals to 3 times k. Do we see it? You see how simple it is now? But you have to just respect it when it carries division sign. Then over here now, we can also rewrite it like, yes, you can write it like 3 times k equals 96. Over here now, you use the, what did I call this number? Number in front of letter is called what? Coefficient. Coefficient, don't forget that. So we are going to divide both sides by what? By what? By the coefficient. I told you, you must use the number in front of the letter to divide. Divide both sides by 3. Don't just go and pick any number. Don't pick any number, okay? So we're not going to have 3 times k over 3 is equals to 96 over 3. So 3 we cancel 3, we have only k. Okay? Are you seeing it now? Is equals to, how many 3 go in 9? That's 3. 3 in 6, that is 2. Do you get that? That is 2. I hope it's clear enough. Let's go to third example because I don't want us to waste our time on this aspect. This is our final part on simple equation. We are going to another area in the next class, inshallah. Number 3 example. Let me look at another example. Sometimes you might have it in such a way that your unknown will be in the second, will carry the negative, as well as it will still have the coefficient. Okay, something like this. And let me try and read this place so you don't be confused. Do we see this one now? This one is not even stands alone, it still have 5 as a coefficient. So what are we going to do here? What are we going to do? The same thing stands. Our unknown is here, it carries negative, we have to take it to the other side. You have to do what? Take it to the other side of the equation. What are we going to do if we want to do that? Can you tell me what we're going to do? Add 5y to both sides. Fine. Add 5y to both sides. Or on both sides. You can use it like that. Thank you. So we now have 47 minus 5y plus 5y equals 2 plus 5y. So the 5y we have, don't forget to transfer it to the other side of the equation. We have 47 equals 2 minus 5y. Sorry, plus 5y. You know, we've already turned it to plus now. That's the key thing that we're doing here. Now this one, in answer that we're still looking for y, and 5 and y goes together. This one and this goes together, we can still collect the like 10. 47 and 2 is the same thing. They are like 10. Okay, they are like 10. So to get that, you take the 2 to the other side, is to come and subtract here. Subtract 2 from both sides. From both sides. So we're going to have 47 minus 2 equals 2 minus 2 plus 5y. So 2 minus 2 we have, this one will give us 45 is equals to 5y. Do we see that? Can I clean number 2? Don't forget it. Don't forget the way we explain it. Don't forget it. Let's move on. We're still moving. Now we now have 5y now. We've already explained this one. It's times that join them together. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We divide both sides by 5. That's because 5 is the coefficient of y. 5 is the coefficient of y. So divide both sides by 5. Do we get that? Divide both sides by 5. So we're going to have 45 over 5 equals 5y over 5. And 5 and this one house, we have only y on that side. How many 5 going in 45? That is 9. So our y equals 9. Do we get that? Do we get that? So please, the key point here, or the key thing that we must not forget here is, whenever your unknown is carrying negative, that is subtraction sign or division sign, you must take it to the other side of the equation to make it positive, as well as multiplication. Saying you can now go on the other side, you can now go one at a time on how to balance the other side of the equation. Okay, how to solve it to get your answer. Do we get that? Now alhamdulillah for the class today. Let me take you to the classwork that I want you to try on your own. Yeah, now this is the question I want you to try for today. But before I go to that, remember I gave you some questions in the last class. So this is the solution to that question. Let's check it, confirm it. Maybe you get to try it or wrong in the previous class. So make sure you get it right. If you miss it, go and check it. Why did you miss it and where did you miss it from? So this is the one I want you to try today. It's a combination of division as well as multiplication as well as subtraction that we treated now. So make sure you try it as well, and that will bring us to the final episode of our simple equation. We're going to another topic. It might also be some part of the equation, but not really simple equation no more. Okay, so probably we're going to quadratic or simultaneous equation, depends on how our schedule is being inshallah. So by and large, try it. So let's come your way in the next class. Bye.